Well, one fireball, two whiskey, and tequila. You couldn't get anything wrong.
All right, everybody, we are back.
Hello. Grabbing some shots. We go. Okay, we're moving over to theater now.
So I heard Carlson is in Japan.
Yeah.
I actually am in receipt of a photo that was somehow sourced on Reddit, I believe, of a fan of his
I saw this. The
that
caricature,
sketched
right?
him being like, "Where am I right now?" Like of him like eating sardines on his YouTube channel.
What are we even
And it
doing
occurred to me
here?
that Matt is far more famous than any of us in pinball ever will be for
Oh,
these
yeah.
sardines.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
I've seen at least two people walk into Buttermilk and say, "Oh my God, are you Matt Carlson?" And the look on his face is incredible. Matt Carlson, you are truly a legend. I had tinned fish for the first time the other day because of you. It was awesome. Probably going to do it again in the near future.
Sardines?
It was in
Spreading
olive oil.
the gospel of salty, goofy, bony, heads on, heads off,
Oh, wait.
eating tail first.
I need my American
So
protein.
wait, theater didn't even start yet.
No,
No.
theater didn't start because they didn't want to play next to the rig for some reason.
Okay.
Maybe the rig was in the way of the flipper button or something.
Hey, look, we're in no rush. There's a lot of good pinball to stream, a lot of alcohol to consume.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be Team League without a bunch of silly delays.
I agree. In that regard, let me pass y'all with libations.
The shots are being doled out.
Pass this down to Grady.
Here we go. Grady, my serious. Here we go.
And to Wes. Salud.
Salud. Thank you, Greg.
Boom.
To pinball.
John walks up here. We can quickly say that Levitating Woman is the most popular emote to start with. He went right into it. The same ramp that's scoring him points will also light his block.
How do you change your mode on this game?
Left flipper.
Left flipper. Oh,
Yeah,
that's so easy.
At the very beginning, you can cycle them.
And what's nice about that is you can use the left flipper to pick your mode, and then you shoot with your right on the blunt.
Yes.
Right. Oh, wow.
Even though most players, and when I bet both of these players will do this, Kate will probably go for multi-ball as well.
Kate Money Martin, as they call her from Indus.
Even though multi-ball is the priority, the left orbit to get bonus X and theater awards tends to be the thing that makes the difference in the game.
Yeah, the problem with some machines, you get that left orbit, and it just plays too clean, and it goes around and it doesn't get you any of the rollovers, which is what happens when you hit it on the fly.
I have seen Kate do some good stuff on the left orbit. Spell out that theater, get that bonus.
Oh boy!
Oh,
All right, both players were pretty much tied.
anybody's game here.
So to Wes's point, as frustrating as it might be to skip over the bonus lanes up top when you shoot a clean left orbit, in multi-ball, the diverter stops the ball, and it will always go to the top lanes if you shoot the left orbit during multi-ball.
Word.
It'll be a battle of the captain.
Yeah, that's a good point.
On the fly, that was pretty.
He's going for it. It's two.
So that's what we were talking about there. That
Get that out. Nice.
hit the orbit, but didn't get to the lane. Ball is screaming out.
Yeah, I mean, what you really want to do is not hit it too well.
Yeah,
You just want to kind of lob it.
or if you can like try to do like a Spider-Man catch on the right. I don't know if that works on the theater.
What is a Spider-Man pass?
The Spider-Man catch is like when the ball is rolling through the in lane and you do like almost like a post pass flip where you send the ball into the bottom of the sling and then it just traps up.
Oh, sick.
Some games you can get away with that. So Kate's got a ball locked. And you get 20 million for locking a ball. There's the second one.
Beautiful.
And if I know Kate, she's gonna plug the
Or
Trump.
Nice.
And here comes multi-ball.
All right, we got our first multi-ball. Goes for the 100 million jackpot, just barely missed it. We've got time for the 50 million now.
Beautiful cradle separation.
Shooting early.
There it is. There's the
Okay.
jackpot.
You gotta hit that a few times, relight it.
All right, so she's going for the relight.
Nope, so she's also gonna get some rollovers up top. Like Greg was telling us.
Last chance with the jackpot. Almost.
Little brick.
But the good news is she can get right back into it with only one extra shot on the center ramp. 5 instead of 4.
All right, not bad.
She's
Good
40%
ball.
of the way there with the lead. So she takes the lead. Now John really just needs to get his multi-ball as well.
This is fun. One of those games where you're kind of like, all right, there's a specific strategy that I need to go for, and otherwise it's kind of moot.
Well, there's a couple different roads you can take.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if he was to get 8x and 1 theater jackpot, he'd have a healthy lead too.
Okay.
Yeah, bonus can be wild.
A lot of different things add to your bonus. The time you add to the clock, the illusions that you start, amongst other things. So as you play the game, your bonus builds.
Yeah,
Bonus are lit.
if you can get up to like an 8x or something, you're probably getting some incidentals that are
Probably
Good
a minimum
patch.
of 150 million.
Yeah.
Your
Having
first
a good
block
game.
is good.
little early,
That comes with it.
very early.
Oh no! Tough train with the locks lit.
All right, Kate.
So Kate with the
Takes it.
point. Woo. And now that puts them 4-3 so far. Danger, danger.
Hot and dangerous, as Ketcha would say.
Danger has the most championships in Tuesday League history. I believe 4. A few other teams have multiples, like Neptune's Treasure might have 3, I think.
Well, we've got more than 3.
Do you have 4 or 5?
I would say at least 5. I don't know.
I might be wrong. I thought Danger had more, but I could be wrong.
Danger might have more now. I never added it up, but I got a lot of those cork medals. We've done it back to back.
Between
At
Neptunes
least
and the
one.
Mutants, you and Ted were getting.
Oh,
your necks were starting to hurt with the
Just
medals.
coasters coming out of my butt.
And what about ball drainers? How's their...
Ball Drainers has won before.
Ball drainers were kind of like our Neptune's initial like rival.
Oh, interesting.
Like,
Ball Drainers was actually the first Tuesday team I ever played for, but it was only one season, many moons ago.
yeah. I remember Fisher and I used to do fishtails all the
Fisher used to
time.
do fishtails.
Yeah.
Okay.
He and I were fishtails opponents.
Wes, I was saying earlier before you were sitting down and before Grady was here talking to us, I actually think that while the top team most seasons of Monday might be a little bit ahead of the top team on Tuesday, I actually think that in general Tuesday is more difficult in general as it pertains to the depth of it.
Yeah.
I think the team strength has caught up.
I would agree. Like,
Oh.
everyone who plays on Tuesday and all these teams are, like, very strong. Everyone's been doing it a long time.
Yeah.
And it seems, a little more, maybe, like, more even.
Yeah.
Where you're never really, like, feeling safe at any of the matches. Like, you really have to bring it.
Which ties to 2 of my ideas. I have one idea, which is I think that in a casual setting, without any stakes, just for bragging rights, the Monday and Tuesday winner for both A and B should have like a
Oh, that'd be
scrimmage
fun.
every
Yeah.
season for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't this how, like, the Super Bowl starts?
Yeah,
Stuff? Like,
and-
the conferences, like, square off.
You got to get the
And-
true best team in New York City.
I've been talking about this for literally a decade now, but it's hard to put together. But other than Pinball NYC, which started the whole thing, there are various iterations all throughout the country. There's a
Chicago.
league in Chicago, there's
Okay.
a league in San Francisco, there's all over the country, there's team leagues. So I humbly think at Pinburg or some other major tournament, we should do a national team championship.
That would
Where
be fun.
either the winning team of that league or perhaps some kind of
All-star.
all-star team
Yeah.
goes and gets sent out.
You're hearing it first, other cities. Greg Paparelli is challenging
I had
you.
this exact same thought like this morning. I was finishing up watching.
I'll have
something-
you know, I brought it up to Chris Medina, and he said he thought about it a long time ago. So he thought about it too. So we're all like-minded.
Yeah.
We'll get there one day.
We're not inventing the wheel here. It's like these thoughts go through all of our heads. Like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if?
Yeah.
I think it would be more cool if the winning team was able to go than an all-star team, but it would also be cool if it was an all-star.
Yeah.
Either one would be fun to watch.
Yeah. Porque no los dos, right? So, if any chat watchers or any people in the chat are listening and you're from other cities, let us know. Maybe you want to play us sometime.
Yeah. Who do we got that isn't a New Yorker? A Jerseyer.
We had some outsider New Yorkers listening during the Pinburg satellite the other day. I was chatting with a few of them. That was cool.
Congratulations to both Balbo and Jess Warren.
Yeah,
Balbo for
yeah.
winning the big purse, the tiebreaker, but Jess Warren, one of my favorite people in New York City Pinball, getting the Pinburg slot.
That was so cool.
I immediately texted her recommending that she go, because it's way cooler to go than take the money.
Yeah.
You'll spend that money before you even remember what you did with it. But Pinburg will be memorable for the whole rest of the year.
Money is temporary. Pinburg is forever.
I've tried to sign up for Pinburg 2 seasons in a row, and I'm on the wait list again. It's not easy to get in anymore.
Right.
So that seat is big.
The sound of pure joy in Jess's voice when she won that ticket will stay with me for a long, long time. That was just such a cool moment to hear.
That's the cool part about the satellite being a raffle, because, look, at the end of the day, there's tons of good players, like we just mentioned, right? But we all know, you know, the Dantes and the Albertos and the Sean Grants of the world are going to probably be up there.
For sure.
It would be way less exciting if the winner got the spot every single time.
Yeah.
I like the idea of everybody that played has a shot to win that Pinburg class, because Pinburg is a very social event that's for everybody.
It's
You
true.
know? And it's like,
And Jess has also been doing this for years and years and years. I mean, she's an original Troll founder, at least like 10 years going back. So she's got that experience. She is ready for Pinburg.
run
Yeah.
some of the best tournaments in the whole city.
Yeah. Shout out to Pin Pride.
Yeah, like, I'll be there. You guys will be there.
Sign-ups in a couple weeks.
No, I think I thought it was sooner.
I think it's the first week of June. I'd have to look it up again, but I feel like it's June 9th is sign-up.
Go check it out on Facebook, find Pin Pride, find the advertisements, get there for the drop.
But
And
also,
come-
I think they've got how many spots did you say?
80.
80. Yeah. So you probably don't have to do it right away, but do it anyway.
Right. It's going to fill up fast. That is confirmed. Monday, June 9th is the sign-ups for Pin Pride. And June 15th, Sunday, Father's Day, is the actual day. Bring your father, bring your daddy, bring your situationship.
Bring your leather daddy. Bring your sugar daddy.
Ooh, sugar daddies are good.
One of the coolest things about that tournament is the charitable aspect, and they raise a ton of money, and it's double match. So
Yeah,
Or-
there'll be a silent auction for translights and other ephemera, posters.
yeah,
I might donate a translite light box.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna
just
give a
started.
little sneak peek right now that I've decided this year I will be donating a Raymond Davidson signed Foo Fighters translate for the silent auction.
Oh, there we go.
So get your pockets ready.
Yeah, I might put some bits on that.
Silly question. Raven Davidson is who? The
Raymond
Foo Fighters?
Davidson is one of the best players of all time, a multiple-time world champion. He worked at Stern Pinball, and he did partake in some of the rules of Foo Fighters, hence why I had him sign that translate. And he also now is in game design for some of the newer machines.
Yeah, and way back in the day, Raymond was just a little guy at the tournament, like slaying.
Before the Jason Zoller era, he was number one in the world for a couple seasons.
Oh, wow.
He won IFBA twice.
Is he like the first sponsored pinball player? With his,
No, Daniele Acciari was the first real-time sponsored pinball
Well,
player.
who is his sponsor?
Like the entirety of Italy. But like he has like a private sponsor. He was on like the front page of the news in Italy, but like
Okay.
he has like a private sponsor that like actually pays his travel and his hotel and his entry into
Wow.
tournaments. Like he's like legit sponsored.
Italians are crazy.
I know. As an Italian American, I'm very proud to be
Ditto.
Daniele.
But yeah, I don't think Raven's still sponsored by G Fuel now that he has like a real job. But
He doesn't need.
Oh, we're
Oh,
seeing
that's
the
sick,
live
though.
results up here. So we see 8-Ball Deluxe, Theater of Magic repeat,
TNA there.
and
Ooh.
Paragon repeat. I love this team's approach. Ball Drainers did exactly what I had in my mind strategically, which was attack the EM or the solid state style game. So, you know, you have 8-Ball Deluxe and Paragon. They're skill-based solid state. You have TNA, another skill-based game that's very much like a solid state. But the reason I like those are there's a lot of good decision-making that goes into them, but it kind of creates like a certain level of like intensity because there's no guaranteed ball. When you plunge the ball, you can drain and mishandle the ball right away, right? So like
Okay,
the
similar to
Stearns and the
AM.
Williams, they have the ball save. I like the element of like every decision matters. Your plunge matters. The way you nudge out of the pops matters. Every shot matters. I love that element of it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We had TNA and Indus for a little bit. I mean, that was brutal. I mean, it's similar to what you're saying. Like, especially without rubbers on posts and stuff like that, that'll just, you know, it'll kill you right away if you don't make every shot with, what's the word? With purpose.
Yeah, and you know what? I was guilty of this. In the past, I used to use the word house ball far too often, and now, as a more experienced player, I very rarely, if ever, use the term house ball because my firm belief is, and you can kind of see this when you watch a lot of replays and these streams on replays, is even though a ball might have been unlucky, which is a part of the game, there are things that you could control. The way you plunge, the way you nudge, the way you reacted to the feed.
Yeah.
These little nuanced decisions are actually in your control.
Big time.
There's very few genuine house balls.
Yeah, there's many folks I know who are starting to get into nudging a lot more now because it's one of those skills you really, really need at pinball. And I mean, that's to say, that's like, you know, something that basically acts as your third flipper. And, you know, what you were just saying, there's many, many more skills like that. You see the pros like avoiding these like things that seem like house balls all the time,
put it somewhere.
but they'll just have like a super long ball. That's what makes a great pinballer.
So
All right.
we've got our next round 3. Call it out.
All right, so I'm the closest to the screen, so I'll try to use my eyes. We've got Dante against Sean on 8-Ball Deluxe. We've got Kate against Kane on Theater of Magic, which we're going to stay on to watch right now.
All
I
women
think.
game, hell yeah.
We've got Billy against Sam on TNA, and we've got Miriam, our reigning national women's champion. Congratulations
Yeah.
again
Shout
to
out to
Miriam.
Mary.
Against Ian on Paragon. And I was wrong. We're moving over to Total Nuclear Annihilation.
Oh,
Got
switch up, switch
Denisi's
up.
own.
So wait a second. Billy versus Sean versus Sam.
Sam.
Ooh. Ooh.
What's gonna happen?
So what can we say about TNA? This is a very fast-paced game with a lot of ball saves and a lot of action. Your first goal is to get your multi-ball going, which is the in-lane drop targets on the right. And then the secondary goal is to light the reactor with the stand-up targets in the middle, which gets started from the scoop right to the left of those stand-up targets. Up top, your reactor will get lit by getting all the way to 100. And then your various lit targets will score the big points. So there's a lot to do.
And I think this is set hard. Aren't there going to
Yeah.
be 2 targets for the first reactor?
Ooh. Yeah, it starts with 2.
Yeah.
But even though reactors are the biggest points, you can still win a game of attrition by just going multi-ball all day.
I believe that. I've seen guys hit jackpots over and over and get some pretty big scores on this.
Grind.
There's also your skill shot up top. If you hit that lit lane, that's going to bring your reactor up
that
right
is-
away.
I'm glad you brought that up because in many respects, the skill shot and your handling of the plunge can be the big factor in winning on TNA.
Yeah.
If you got your skill shot down, you might dominate.
I briefly talked about skill draining on Sunday. This is a game where draining balls, while you have your ball save on, is very effective way if you got your plunge down to get the balls up top. So just let them go, and then you're just in plunge zone. And you can put those balls right where you want them.
Kind of get that control that way. Yeah.
Yeah, or you have one trapped up, let the other two go, and then just concentrate on plunging.
Right. And the timeout's affected by that too, which is nice.
It's a game that's all about like pinball tricks, control, decision making. It kind of strips it all down. There's not a lot of shots. Got to make good choices, make the shots.
One of the hardest
Too
shots
good.
is getting it back up top with the orbit, and you only do that a few times a game. But when you need it, it's so important.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
So I'm usually an unbiased commentator, but I've just been compromised. Kate bought me a shot with the team, but I'm going to try my best to not let that factor into my call.
I was going to say, we can be equal. I'm rooting for Sam here openly.
Wow, there's like so many great players on both sides of the court right now. And like technically at a tie game at the halfway mark, the home team is now officially in the driver's seat because they control the doubles round.
That's right.
But as we all know from playing in many, many team matches, it often is the case that you end up splitting all of the rounds and get that bonus pinball. Which
Yeah, it'd be great if we got to OT. So I wanted to just shout out Slash SB and chat.
Ooh, a Long Islander.
Slash wants to donate a translate. I
Yeah.
think
Do it, Slash.
Chat's going to help Slash out. Hope everything's good on Long Island. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, Slash SP. I'm from Melbourne. Shout out Long Island.
Billy versus Sam.
Right. See Billy.
All right, here we go.
Thinking about that shot.
Short
Okay,
plunge.
short plunge.
Trying to get control.
That's fine. Got
Plenty
the
of
ball
ball
time.
Go ahead and plunge again. So the short plunge is hitting the top of the right sling.
Yeah, that's gonna make things tough.
Yeah, that makes it a lot more stressful when it's doing that.
And of course, you don't want to go for the forehand on this this lock shot. That's it's risky. But a backhand.
Yeah,
A little late for recovers.
good point about risk, Monica. This is a game that forces you to do risky things.
Wow,
constantly.
another ball
True.
save, even after the ball save was turned off.
Did you go in the scoop?
It was just, I think it was just timing.
Interesting. There we
Good
go.
live catch from the scoop though. And
Yes.
nails a
Nice.
lot.
You will see when the ball comes out of the scoop, there's like a less than a second ball save.
Yeah.
Just
If
in
he
case
can,
he
if he
shoots
can
those
repeat that live catch that he just demonstrated, that's going to be big.
Opted just to hold the flipper up that time.
All right.
All right, I'm
There we
not
go.
quite sure. It says the 1 second.
I don't know why these balls
Yeah,
are
that's interesting because a white
I'm
will
going to call
normally
that
be your ball
generous.
save.
I'm going to call that generous.
generous. There was no ball save at all.
But his multi-ball is ready now.
Unless we're seeing different colors.
I might call shenanigans.
It's not shenanigans yet. I think it's got something to do with the feed from the scoop, like you said.
Okay.
But that was like.
There's a multi-ball
second-
start.
Here we go.
And into the
So-
multi-ball.
Normally on multi-ball, I like to go for this grid up here.
Exactly.
You
You
know?
want to attack that grid to light your reactor. The jackpots are fine, but they're not as valuable. However, though, with that being said, if you can get like 3 in a row, then
That's true.
it's huge point.
And if it gets down to it, if that's all you got left. But right now, Billy's fresh.
Cradle separation.
He got 2
Has one trapped on the right. There is a ball save on the save rollover. I don't think he got it there.
I think
At the
He's
one
gonna
ball.
keep going.
That time it rolled down into the pop,
I've
went into
seen
danger
two great
zone,
up
straight down the middle. Not a bad first ball. Got up over 100.
Yeah, 164,
All right,
169.
Sam
That's
steps
pretty
up.
good.
This was her game choice, so she feels good here.
Yeah, I actually played Sam on this in States. She did very well. She beat me on this.
Sam's a fantastic player. She helps run the Thursday night strike.
Almost
There's a skill
got
shot, and
that
that's
super
big.
close.
Very, very close.
Immediately
Nice.
left the ball on the fly. That was
Forehand.
beautiful.
Nice.
Full plunge this time.
Good control there. I like
Ball
that.
save's gone. Early backhand. working her save letters. You can see like
Yep, she's got that in
she's ready.
Very smart.
Goes out,
Back in 2.
rattling around, saving it.
She's recovering well from everything.
Slowing it down.
Forehand?
More hands ready.
It was a good miss because it hit the grid.
Move it over. Alright.
Good.
But she's saving her save.
All right.
I do like the idea though. She was trying to trap the ball from the in lane.
Yeah, the strategy's very much there.
So it's 160 to about
90
92.
something?
92 it looks like.
Yeah.
He doesn't get a skill shot though. Super spinner is lit.
Yeah,
Now with that completed in lane, you see the one that's blinking. That's the ball save. If you roll over the flashing lane, that's the ball save.
Right.
and you can light that on an in lane too.
So he's got multi-ball lit again now.
That's
That's a
big
huge
old
movement.
move.
Tilt. Guess not. Maybe the
Ooh,
rig
comes
moves
out
more
of
than the
line.
game. It might be that the rig moved more than the game. And now he's gotten one of the malfunctions on this game. That should have started multi-ball,
Oh, wow.
but it didn't start
Look at
multi-ball.
him. Those balls are trapped up.
It's a minor malfunction, and he's got to shoot his way out of it.
Yeah, we all know about this move.
What's the deal? He's just got to hit it hard enough.
It basically happens on every single game on this copy of TNA. You just have to play through it, and he didn't. He got it. He
There
got
it
it.
is. Go.
The one's going back to the shooter lane.
All right, so let's see.
Really
Storm
ignoring
Grid.
the skill one. Alright, but he's got one in the reactor. Didn't get a lot of hits.
That was the back
Here
up
comes
top.
2 more.
Yeah,
And he's
come on.
already at 34.
Very close to grid.
No, not a lot of love up there for him.
No more ball saves, so he's got to be accurate now.
Yeah, but he's got a 3x
Down to
going.
2.
Down to 2. Okay.
Down to 1.
All right.
And
294.
unfortunate double drain there.
Yeah, bonuses.
He never was really in
It's at
control.
330 after bonus. Sam walks up at 93 and a half. Her locks are lit.
Future is wide open.
And all things considered, the lead that Billy has is not that large after 2 multi-balls. So Sam knows what she needs to do.
Let's see where Sam puts her skill shot. Same place she did
Same
last
place.
time. Both lunges.
The little loop.
Don't think she wants to
coming
use her
back.
save.
That's fine. Get it back.
So when you're up top and nothing started, what that does, it increases your jackpot value.
Your bonus X also.
So
If you can complete the lane.
she kind of shats her ball save, so she's got ball save for a couple more seconds.
Playing aggressively too, which is really great on this game. You kind of have to
Yeah.
get control of it.
All right, back in the trap.
Backhand.
There's a
Very
lock.
nice.
Going for the full punch right into the
Beautiful.
reactor.
All right,
Coming back.
that's the ball save.
Good punch up top.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And
there it
she's
is.
got it up
That's
top
good.
now.
That's
Almost.
gonna be lit.
Oh,
81.
we're so close.
I think you go for the multi-ball first and let the reactor happen.
Yeah, so you'll
Yeah.
see like the reactor
There's
value is
the lock.
gonna.
Well, now on the
critical value is
plunge.
gonna
On the
slowly come
plunge,
down.
let's see. Beautiful.
Right here. Oh.
Just a little bit heavy, but she's back in control. I really love the way she's handling every
Will
ball.
she do the?
Oh, and she got
Oh,
hosed
same
as
thing.
well.
Same thing. Here it is.
But it's
There we
worth
go.
it.
Wow.
And
off
multi-ball's
the bumper.
ready. Needs one more ball up top to light the reactor.
There it is.
And
There
she's
it
going to
is.
get it. The reactor.
Oh, no.
94. Oh
Didn't hit
my god,
anything.
it's so close.
One more's coming up. Not quite. There it is. That's going back up.
Yeah, there it is.
Reactor's
There
lit.
it is.
So she has one target for the
It's gonna be
big
the
point,
target on the right.
just to the right of the lock.
And you'll notice when you're in
Good
multi-ball,
save.
you
She nails it.
Boom.
That's a boom. Oh no, it didn't.
Nice.
It didn't hit.
Oh, okay.
All right, ball
She's at
save's on.
370 now.
Ball save's on.
That's
There
a
it is.
boom.
Yeah,
The reactor is
yeah.
blown up, and now
It's
she's
done.
at 430 and change. Wall stays still going because of the reactor. Coming back.
Ida's gracing the booth with her presence.
Hey, what's up, Ida? All right, that ends multi-ball, but a very productive multi-ball. Good points per
And
minute.
She just spilled her grid.
And the
with
next
that
reactor is lit.
Nice, nice.
Good save, no danger.
Clap.
Sam's having a great ball.
That scoop
Yeah,
is super lit.
She's controlling a lot of the returns very well and coming to a trap, which is key on TNA.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay,
She
so
looks
she's-
very comfortable.
She's relighting her locks here. Boom.
Ooh, nice.
Amazing. If you can get
Oh,
Do you
ball
get
save.
it?
That
Oh,
going.
she got it. Yes.
looks like we may be getting some score updates.
All right, that ends the ball, but with her bonus, she's going to be over 500K, and she has about 170,000 point lead. More with the bonus, sorry. More like a 220,000 point lead.
Yeah, this is going to be big.
Billy walks right up. His locks are lit. He's getting progress on his reactor now. He's at 77.
It looks like Ian won Paragon.
Nice job, Ian.
It's all up to Billy
That's
to
the
see
trap.
if
Yeah,
Sam
a little
needs
bit
to
late.
play ball 3 here.
Got to find that lock shot. I have a feeling he's going to get it.
Dante has called this a skip.
Dante, how did you come to the term skip? Where did we go? Yeah.
Runs away immediately.
That's just short of the
Got a
punch back
short.
up top. We're back live. All right,
That's two,
locks
that's
are-
two.
multi-ball's lit. Good trap.
Nice.
Live catch
Yeah.
on the
Forehand.
That
plunge.
was a great catch. We're out of control again already.
Back in control. Oh,
Oh, that's the hard thing about
and
this.
that's not coming back. And that's going to end the game.
Wow.
Game
Congratulations.
point.
Well done, both
Sam,
parties.
well done,
Good
well-
job, Sam.
551 with the walk-off to 477. Both respectable scores.
That'll be 2 points for
And now,
ball
yeah,
trainers
now
at
we
this
have
point.
ball drainers with the 6-4 lead, guaranteeing them the chance at a tiebreaker at the minimum if they can win one out of the 2 doubles rounds, and putting them in the driver's seat if they can get one more point this round.
That's big.
So,
That's big.
what we still don't know is the results of. Actually,
I'll go
Now
check out
been
the
rem-
other game.
Okay.
we
Wes
still
is gonna
got
go get
we
some
still
scores for
got
us.
Theater and 8-ball deluxe.
All right, and we're moving.
It looks like theater is over, but I don't know the result.
Okay. Wes just told us theater is over. We're waiting to hear on the results.
Moving the rig over to EBD. I think they're on ball 2 right now.
Ooh. All right, starting ball 2 on 8-ball deluxe. Oh, just kidding. We're going into a new game here, folks. 8-ball deluxe played by Dante on Danger Danger and Sean on ball drainers here. I love this game so much. It's a couple different things that you can do here. I myself prefer going for the left orbit just over and over and over again. You got 5 shots and you basically get to even out with the amount of points that hitting these different balls will get you. But some folks like to go for all the balls on the 8-ball. It's just more fun and a little more, I don't know, relevant to the game. What's your strategy on 8-ball, Greg?
So, FYI, the theater game has not started. It's about to start. They wanted to wait.
Okay.
So both theater and 8-ball deluxe happening right now. On 8-ball deluxe, I try to mix and match. This particular one lets you post transfer left to right, which means that you can just spam the left orbit all day
Right.
and then get the rollovers up top, which is a safe strategy. But on the left flipper, if you don't want to post transfer, going for drop targets, which it looks like Dante prefers, and that's a huge move, but it's a choke.
All right.
Going for drop targets will let you get the 8-ball bonus if you complete all the targets in the 8-ball, and then from there you can get the inline drop targets with a bonus multiplier. But my general approach is left orbit all day and let the targets happen as they may.
Same here.
But if you do get the targets down, you will blow your opponent out.
Yeah,
There's something to be said about that.
The drops for me are like when I gotta flip away and I'm not gonna get control, I send them up there. But anytime you get the ball on the right, just go back up top.
I agree. But the one deficit is you constantly have to return from the pops. So it is a smart strategy, but the one drawback is you're your feeds are unknown to you.
I do think that it's a little safer than going for those balls with that upper left flipper, though, because I mean that if you hit it in the wrong spot, that spells danger. But let us see. Okay, who are we starting with? We've got Sean on 8-Ball Deluxe here. Let's see what Sean can do.
Yeah. So the one thing that's unique about this particular copy of 8-Ball Deluxe is usually to transfer from left to right, you need to either tap pass or shats, which, while not too complex, are challenging maneuvers. This particular copy, you can easily post transfer. So
That's a nice little catch up there.
Yeah, very good.
I don't know if I would have flipped afterwards.
he's got all but one drop target down on the far right.
No, that was those late flips. I
Now,
always say
now
that.
he's got all of them down.
Look at that.
And the 8-Ball
Nice.
is
Now
lit.
flip late from an over flipper.
All right, good start.
Good news is that progress carries over to ball 2. He just needs the 8-Ball. They stepped up with an essential point his team needs right now.
All right, that's a funky plunge coming
Yeah.
down the left.
But he goes for these balls here.
We got 2 more targets.
Nice
Good
hit.
save.
This is always an elusive one. Sometimes it gets caught on that right flipper, but he manages to avoid that.
Ouch.
Oh, and that was just an unlucky return.
That was rough. Was that off of the drop or was it already down?
It hit the target and then went right down the middle from the return from the pop.
Sean took this game. Feeling it.
Yeah, it makes sense. He's got a handle on it from what we just saw.
It is pretty important to finish those A and B rollovers up top,
Yeah,
and you got your arrows lit.
that'll get you big points, those arrows.
So if you really wanted to take your time, you could do like a little soft plunge and just dribble in there.
Yeah.
But
Doesn't
John's
get
gonna
it.
opt to just shoot it.
Good catch.
It's a trap. It's an inlay.
Ooh, I was just about to say, we generally don't go for those X's, right? They're a little bit dangerous, the multipliers.
Yeah, I think that was an early shot that hit the 2x, but it was rewarding nonetheless.
Yeah,
Well,
take what
pretty
you can.
much- That,
Yeah, I
that
don't-
lead is nominal, so it's still a 1-ball game now.
That's 112.
There's the arrows.
Good trap.
Lovely catch.
And goes for the
Ooh,
bonus multiplier.
nice.
That was on purpose.
You
He
think
needs
so?
the bottom drop target. Needs the bottom drop target.
Right here.
Oh, he's getting
Oh.
at it.
Really early.
He was a
Really
way
late, rather.
shot.
Really late, rather.
At the top of the
Oh,
swing,
never
and
let
then
him
it's
do
game
it.
over. What did he just try to
Sean picks up the point. And a rough game there.
I'm not going to say DQ. Come on.
We're starting fights here.
Now, the last and final game of round 3 for singles is Kate against Kane on theater. And that is going to be a very important point. Because if Kate gets that point, brings the total
And they're
7-5.
they're in sudden death.
If she brings the point total to 7-5, then winning the last 2 games that they choose can win the match. Whereas otherwise, winning the last 2 games would only tie it up. So this is a very, very important point on theater.
Yeah, I see Kate is playing right now. I have no idea what the scores are.
He was feeling good in that last game. See if that carries over.
Yeah, but we've seen the first break.
Oh. All right. Okay.
I think Kate just finished ball 3. She got a replay, but I can't see what the
That
scores
seems
are.
good.
They're probably at least a couple $100 million.
Yeah.
Kane is stepping up for
Oh
ball
no.
3.
Uh-oh.
All right, and this is actually going to be cool because we have a bar goer playing the game that's being streamed.
Right. This is
And
something
I kind of would like to commentate this. It'll be fun.
Yeah, this will be fun.
Huh.
We're neither looking at Dante nor Sean.
All right. Well,
Brady's gonna get the
come on.
ring.
at this point, are there 4 players? There are 4 players. Oh no. Okay.
One thing that
she's-
I've actually learned from my wife working at pinball bars and me running leagues at pinball locations is the average person that walks into a pinball bar does not know that you can start multiple players at the same time, even when they're in a group of people.
Big time.
So I've seen people on dates and people in groups of 4 play one-player games person by person.
Yeah.
So I think really what pinball needs is a big sign of some kind, like
No, it just needs like goofballs like you and me to just be like, hey, press the start button twice.
yeah.
Right.
So update, Kane has finished Sure Ball 3. She did not get a replay. So
Alright.
I'm assuming that Kate took that point.
And Danger's looking for that right now for sure.
So we're going to end up at,
So does that mean that we're at 7-5?
yes.
All right.
So yeah.
So it seems that
We won't
the
have
current
overtime.
situation is there is no tie. There's only one of 2 outcomes. Danger wins by winning both doubles rounds, or Ball Trainers wins by winning 1 or more of the doubles rounds.
So this round is going to be very, very valuable.
But Danger gets to choose. This is a huge advantage.
Right. What do you think they're going to pick?
I would imagine that Dante is going to go back to Dialed In, since we saw him win on it comfortably in singles. And I don't know who he will be paired with. But I would also imagine there's a decent chance that we see a new game that we have not seen yet tonight, simply on the basis that no other game really stands out as an advantage game so far.
Kate can F up a Twilight Zone. I kind of want to, in my, my fantasy pinball world of things, would really like to see that game happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Dialed In and Twilight Zone.
Nice. Yeah.
I think you're right.
I'm crossing my fingers.
Now that you said it, it hit me, and I'm like, that sounds possible.
And it'd be just so good on stream. It's such a classic pinball game. Somebody told me when I first started playing pinball that Twilight Zone was one of the most difficult pinball games. And I don't know. I've been going back and forth on it. Now I kind of think of Stars, but maybe with Twilight, I think close
was
second.
Twilight at Buttermilk before the season ended?
Don't believe it was. No. Oh wait, yes it was. Yes it was. We
Alright,
had
so
it
it's
for
out.
2 weeks before. No. But Ball Drainers also have it at theirs.
So it's in.
It's very much in.
That's complicated because I don't know. Sometimes it's the game plays differently than the one you're used to. I could also see Johnny Mnemonic. Kate has one in her apartment.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. She's gotten a feel for that. And now that the hand is broken here at Arcade, it's even more like the one that she has there, the one that's at Rullo's. This is very much for me like, the tennis movie with Zendaya. She just wanted to see some good tennis. I just want to see some good pinball. That's what I'm looking for
I
right
guarantee
now.
that.
We've seen a lot of that tonight, don't get me wrong. But final round is truly where it's going to be out here.
Huge excitement, high intensity. It all comes down to this. No one player can secure the victory now. It's a group effort on both sides.
Yeah, a lot of team trust here.
It's a team sport, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Believe it.
I would love, and this is a sort of fantasy idea of mine, if similar to Major League Baseball, every player had, at least for ball one, some kind of walk-on song. I feel like that would be the coolest thing ever.
You
A
know where
lot
they
of
have
hype
that?
there.
In
What's that?
Baltimore, in the team Flipper Championship.
Do they really?
Every team has a walk-up song. Me and Rob Wong had the entry music to Lion King one season. That was fun.
That's so sick.
I wish
okay.
I could remember some of the songs, but this year it was so loud,
Really?
and I was taking video and pictures that I don't remember any of
Surprisingly,
them.
we're going back to Dialed In. I wonder what the other
Alright.
game is.
Huh. That's probably a Dante pick, I'd imagine.
No, but I'm really shocked because I thought the other game would be a new game.
Yeah.
You know what? Dialed In is fun to watch. It's in the corner, out of sight, out of mind. The rig is carefully.
Right. It's a good position for it.
Well, Dialed In was a very mysterious game when I first played it, and it still is kind of like that.
One thing that's really cool is if you see these like almost look like laser beams hitting the
Oh,
flipper.
The dotted lines, yeah.
On this game, when you're in multi-ball, if you trap and you don't continue to use your flipper gets attacked and eventually loses power.
Yeah, so you have to fight back. What are the targets you hit to fight back?
Target at the far end there and up the middle. But if you don't use your flippers, you'll eventually get penalized.
Yeah, they get weak and they start fluttering.
Theater of Magic and Dialed In.
Will they be one by one?
It's up to the other team. We don't care either way.
Who's doing theater?
Okay.
Me and JJ.
Hell yeah.
And Dialed In is Flynn and Dante.
Sweet.
All right,
This is
Dialed
gonna
In
be
is
great.
Quinn and Dante, and Theater is...
Kate. And my memory is so short today.
So the other team gets to pair up. Now the interesting thing is one of the teams has throughout the night not wanted to play next to the rig. And
Yeah.
the two games in question are side by side. So we might get to stream both games.
I'm for it. Let's see all of it.
Theater's the other game?
Yes.
Theater and
Kate.
Theater and Dialed In. So on the premise that they might get played one by one, and theoretically both games might be of consequence.
Yeah.
We might see two consecutive games in the same round, both mattering of complete value.
For sure. And no chance of a tiebreak here, right? This is where it all is.
Who's playing what?
So we got Kate on Theater of Magic, that's for sure.
And
I forget. We will find
I'll
out.
just wait till I do this.
On Dialed In, it's Dante and Flynn. Surprising amount of room in here for a Monday night. Okay, Kate's playing JJ on Theater of Magic. We saw him before, I believe, on 8 Ball Deluxe.
Just use two-letter J's, it'll fit.
These letters always elude me a little bit. I see Tom. Often the first thing I think of are my friends named Tom, like Tom Milburn. I have a really hard time thinking of what his specific game is TOM. TNA is an obvious one because we all call it TNA. EBD, also a little bit elusive. The folks we are bringing to you live in probably just a minute. Dialed In.
So both of these games made by some of the more famous and in some sense infamous game designers. Pat Lawler, who made Dialed In, it's his modern creation after many, many huge titles like the Addams Families of the world. Theater of Magic, John Papaduke, and now John does not really create games anymore. He just makes games that people pay for and don't ever receive. But nonetheless, two of the legendary people in pinball made these games.
I gotta ask about what games does he make that people don't receive?
Well, John, helped make like Alice in Wonderland and stuff like that people paid for but never got. And there's all kinds of like speculation about the remakes of them and stuff.
I have an update for our other final, and this is from chat. We're hearing that the Butterballers won. Left in lane.
Congratulations, Butterballers!
Congratulations! And they won at what location?
I don't know. I'll look it up quick.
That's the Buttermilk team.
That was at
correct?
Yeah.
Scrappleland, actually, where they
At
played.
Scrappleland, yeah.
Yeah.
They're playing at Scrabble. Yep. It looks like they won with 9 points. They won it in round 3.
Well
Nice
done,
job,
well done.
Butterballers. And you know what? They played, I believe, against the Replays, too. Replays also kicked butt this season. My goodness. Trolls played them in our first finals game over at Milo's Yard. And, man, oh my gosh, what a round 4. That was insane. Really, the whole game. But we were tied neck and neck for the first 3 rounds. And then in round 4, I remember being really excited on Grand Lizard, and Replays just ran away with it. Then they went on to play, oh gosh, maybe it was Schlubs. I can't remember offhand, but the fact that they made it to finals, like, huge shout out to the Replays. You guys did great.
Amazing. So I want to give a special shout out. If the Butterballers won, I want to give a special shout out to my good friend and co-league organizer, Eric Sweetland, because I believe, even though many of us have won back-to-back championships or both Monday and Tuesday championships, that means Eric is the first person that I know of to win Monday and Tuesday 2 seasons in a row.
Wow. Nice job, Eric.
On different teams, which is that's a hard thing to do.
I call collusion. Something's going on here. Is this like some kind of weird parlay that you bet against?
If I could bet on this kind of stuff, I would be doing it.
I gotta cook up some sweet
I'm gonna get my
recipes
MGM app ready for pinball.
If anybody can do it, it's Eric. For anybody who listens to, podcast content and is a fan of pinball, highly recommend Eric and Benjamin's podcast called NYC Pin Pod. Episodes come out every Monday.
We're round 4. Yeah, it's gonna be dialed in a few.
End of the round, 1 tequila, 2 whiskey, 1 fireball. As is a tradition for me personally, I like to get drunk in the booth while I commentate, so I'm getting another round of shots for us.
The stream's quality is just continually rising, I'm noticing.
There's a
with
few
the
things
round
I'm
of
good
shots.
at in life, and one of them is pinball, one of them is drinking, and another one is pinball commentary, so I like to blend them all together.
Yeah, it's the triumphant. Triumphant? I don't say words anymore. I had a mostly sober week, so I'm breaking edge.
Gotta catch up.
There you
Chris.
go.
Come on. I was gonna just go home tonight. This is a million times better.
What up, Red Keg?
Courtney
What's
Wetzel
up, Renzo?
confirms.
How you doing?
Butterballers win 9-3 in the right flipper division. Beautiful.
We're burning all the barns tonight.
Fireball? It's a
What
fireball.
is that? We get bits or something?
I had to make sure it was a fireball, but it smells like cinnamon, so it is.
Excellent. Thank you. I'm 12 years old, so I drink
Guys,
Fireball.
that's a Grady.
We got a shotgun and a Grady here.
Again, shout out to NYC Pinball, bringing us the highest quality streams in all of New York City pinball history. I've been involved in this city's pinball community for 15 years now, and we've been waiting for this kind of production, and we are very thankful for a friend and a master of his class like Matt Grady.
Yeah, Matt's making it happen. And we're using a brand new camera tonight as well.
Good luck.
Cheers, not beers.
Cheers, my peers.
Who are you, Red? Where are you at?
Buttery camera. I like that description. Red Keg is a danger fan.
Yeah, danger, coming from behind.
They're doing real good.
Right out for it.
I see my friends Kate and Tom in the chat. Shout out to my friends Kate and Tom. We got a big slew of ball drainers coming back from outside, taking a little break.
All right, we got
before
some
start
trash
up on
talk,
round 4.
which I like.
Yeah? What trash is being talked?
Well, the other team, as they came back from the outdoors with their decisions, they all did a high five. And Dante audibly responded, "You have not won yet," which is factually true.
However, the spirit is there. I believe in ball drainers.
All right, the games are going to happen staggered.
Excellent. We'll get to see more pinball. Something I admire about both these teams is on these teams are not only excellent pinball players, but people who, when I was entering the pinball community, really taught me a lot about the game and were good people while doing it. Just very friendly, very approachable. And so it's extra gratifying to see these folks on the screen playing for the final championship. Again, shout out to everybody here.
Want to play first or second? You dialed in as game one.
Vibes and Barcade are good tonight. It's not as crowded as it usually is, even for a Tuesday, I gotta say.
What Gabe is saying here. In that.
Okay, so when that light blinks, shoot it. When that light blinks,
He's like,
also
that's
shoot
why
it.
I like the Rams.
Gabe in the rare position to win both A titles Monday and Tuesday. New York City Flipper Sport, Keto Mutants 10-6 yesterday.
Oh,
At
yeah.
Jack Bar, it was a nice grudge match. The third time we played at Jack Bar in a row, and Gabe contributed to that win from New York City Flipper Sport, so congrats to them. Their whole team is fantastic and a good friend to hang out with as well.
So we're here, round 4, our last games. Would you like to slate yourself? Chat wants to know who we are.
Chat, I'm Greg Pavarelli, and I'm here with.
Monica Weidekamp.
And Weston Alpick.
And make sure you throw your bits, your subs, your follows, show your love.
We got a shout out for Gabe's hair.
That
It looks
is
like
what-
Sean is confused by the camera.
Sean's finger's looking larger than normal.
is
hope he
that
watches
better for
Ants.
pinball?
Yeah, maybe he sprained his finger.
Okay. If you were going to play pinball and you had the option of having really, really tiny hands or really, really huge hands, which would you pick and why?
I'm gonna go with big hair.
Yeah?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I mean, I have pretty big hands for a short guy, and I feel like it helps me.
Yeah, often I say less is more, except when it comes to the body.
That's true. I was going to say tiny hands,
Go
and then
maximum.
remembered my upper body strength would be like nothing with the tiny hands. Although it would look really freaky, like some of these Instagram reels where they have the tiny hands.
Thank you, Red Keg. We love you.
No, but like that brings up an interesting point of conversation, right? So like, you can watch dozens of different pinball players that are successful, and they all have different styles and different stances and different approaches.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they have similar strategies or similar conceptualizations of what's the correct way to approach a table, but they all will have very unique and distinguishedly different physical stances and nuances to their game. The
Without
one
a
thing
doubt.
that I've always noticed is all that stuff, like the way you move or the way you flip, it's really just about your timing and your comfort. It doesn't actually really materially change the ball and the way the ball travels. Like, your flippers get actuated by a very minimal touch. The little extra oomph that we all give, myself included, that's all about like personal timing and comfort.
Yeah.
So you have your own timing that really correlates with your success, but it doesn't actually change your accuracy based on how hard you hit the game or how fast that's all like personal
Sure.
preference.
I do think, particularly if you're trying to do like a live catch, I think like giving it a slap and rattling
With
it
a
around a
little
little
force.
Yeah.
can help.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can.
But when you're just like sharpshooting, that thing we do,
Yeah.
it's just part of the fun.
I think I used to play softball a bit, and a lot of it comes down to like where you let go. So similar to timing, but also how much spin you give the ball, weirdly. And I don't know how I can kind of tell that when I flip up a ball, But, when you give it more spin, I do find that it hits with a little bit more power. I guess that's kind of like bowling, which I also used to do.
Well, sure, yeah, you're putting all this angular momentum on a thing.
Yeah.
And pinball does that too. Like, if you ever play like with a really dirty ball, all of a sudden you realize how much spin is on that ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because normally it's just a shiny thing, but it's got a whole life that you don't really notice.
Oh, the trolls went over to Miriam's yesterday, Miriam being the women's national champion. And Miriam from that competition won a brand new Jaws Pro. So we were
proud
over
of
there
her. That was
playing
amazing.
that. Wasn't it? It was so cool to watch. And that Jaws Pro is clean as a whistle. And because of it, it plays so differently and so expectedly. The ball moves exactly how you expect it to. And it's just, chef's kiss.
Oh, it's so fun when you like roll into your neighborhood bar and it's like a brand new game.
Yes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And there's nothing like being the first or second person to flip it. It's so fun.
So speaking of brand new game, tomorrow at Scrapple Land, at Scrapple League, you can play King Kong. Come on through. You heard it here.
Cool.
I'm watching my girls tomorrow. I won't be able to go. Maybe afterwards.
Yeah. My friend Steen went to Barcade the other day in Los Angeles and said the Kong is an incredible game. Some of these combo shots that you're hitting just feel so satisfying as a pinball player. I'm excited to check it out.
Yeah, I got to play it at Allentown. It looks beautiful. It plays fun. There's a lot of different multi-balls. There's some really cool features. I think that the conceptualization of the theme is on point. I mean, I haven't watched every King Kong movie, but I think if you're a King Kong fan or you're just a random passerby that knows King Kong, you'll be like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think they had to make the story not based on any of the movies in particular.
Yeah, it's not licensed per se. I mean, maybe it's partially licensed, but
well, no,
not in the way that's
it's like the character is open.
Public trade, right?
Yeah. And you got a plane in there and stuff. I haven't really looked at the playfield or anything that much. Who designed King Kong?
Keith Elwin.
Oh, it's an Elwin.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah.
I mean, in a lot of respects,
Go.
Keith Elwin is already the best game designer of our time. Lyman Sheets is there with him as the best ever.
What else did Elwin design?
I mean, you got from top to bottom. Not in terms of best to worst, but in order. You got Iron Maiden. You got Avengers, Jurassic Park. You got Godzilla, and you've got. Why am I blanking? Jaws, and then now King Kong.
Okay, yeah. A lot of games with a similar.
Sorry, it was
maybe
Jurassic Park
Jaws.
before Avengers. I did that out of order.
Yeah, I've heard people say that Jaws is like a lesser Elwin. I totally disagree. I think Jaws is such a fun game to do.
Oh, without
My
a doubt.
least favorite Elwin is by far Avengers, and I like the game. It's a good game.
Oh.
I would play it anytime. My least favorite Elwin is a great game. I don't even really have any criticism. It just happens to be my least favorite Elwin.
Yeah.
If you play the 8-bit Jaws and you get to the end of the game, you see an 8-bit Keith Elwin next to the actual Jaws. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I've actually fallen in love with Jurassic Park lately. It's become one of my favorite games, and it wasn't always. But
Yeah, Park is funky because the left side has so much going on. It really tightens the playfield up, and it makes some of the shots feel kind of bizarre.
yeah.
But you just got to deal with it. I mean, it's just pinball. We
just
don't need
pinball.
another fan layout. We do. I love that. But not how those usually go down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a fan layout that you love now and then, but I get your point. You don't want it to be all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I think Jaws is Elvin's fan.
I'm not a master of Jaws yet, but I enjoy playing it. And every time I play it, I seem to like it a little bit more, which is kind of the definition of a good game.
There's a lot.
If you
can
enjoy
do
it a
with
little bit more and you don't get bored, that means that it's doing a good job, right?
Yeah.
Talking with Rob Long in the Thursday League, I don't know if he still does it anymore, but a couple seasons ago at least, he used to go for the gear strategy. That's something I haven't even touched on yet, but that I've heard is pretty valuable if you can get it down.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pinzette.
So I can't see the chat. Can't see the chat, but if you're tuning in, thank you for being here. We are live from Brooklyn, New York City at Barcade Brooklyn.
The OG Brooklyn.
The OG Barcade, my favorite Barcade, for the Tuesday Pinball New York City Championships in A Division. And we've got the Ball Drainers against Danger Danger, two of the best teams in the entire city of New York.
In the best barcade.
Yeah. And these teams have been around for what, 20 seasons?
So long.
28 seasons,
Okay.
which pretty much dates back to 2020.
Are Danger Danger and the Drainers?
Sorry, I mean
both,
2010.
Both original
20
team?
No,
I don't think so.
no. There's very few original teams.
What's original? How far is that going back?
The Mutants are original, and maybe one other team. Maybe the team that plays at. There's only one or two or three original teams.
I can't think of what it would be.
It would be
teams that aren't around.
no. Damn, I know this. I'm usually a historian of Pinball NYC, but I'm a little bit drunk.
The web app does
It's a
that.
Manhattan bar. It's a
Yeah.
sports bar.
Oh, Kettle?
No, not Kettle.
The Kettle team?
So the app dates has statistics for both teams back to season 11, but I can't tell if that's the limit of the app statistics.
Yeah, I think that's when what's his nuts made the app. Hey, not right. Maybe they just don't have the data.
Yeah, I would bet it's just, what is that? Season 28 to season
All
11.
right, I'm going back to the
17.
old school website to the original
Yeah,
The original final standings, you got the Mutants, Sofa King Suite, Bumper Hardly Newer, the Cartel, and the
Oh,
Two
the
for Wonders.
Cartel.
The Two for
Wow.
Wonders still exist. So the Mutants and the Two for Wonders are the only two original teams.
Very interesting.
So this is far before Tuesday nights.
It goes back to 2011, and there was only a Monday originally. But now we have over 300 players, over 30 teams across 2 nights, and a long, rich history of the league.
Yeah. Crazy. The way I found out about all this was through a Facebook community group. I didn't really set much foot in South Slope. I live in North Slope myself. And just found a post from Kate herself being like, hey, come down and play.
And now would you say you're happily addicted to pinball?
Oh, so addicted. Oh,
So you've joined the club.
it's been excellent. Vibes are great. Games are great. And we have started.
Sean walks right up,
We're
lights
live.
his mode. Oh no, it's one stand up away from lighting his mode. Worker is moving. He needs to hit it one more time.
Takes an unlit orbit.
Good
Flips
save.
up her flipper for some reason.
Good shot to the phone, but not lit yet.
Okay, live catches from the scoop. I haven't played this game in a week
There
or
we
two.
go. His mode is lit. Needs to get in control
Okay,
now.
yeah, he needs to slow it down so he can pick a mode. Don't want to.
Had it on his
Wants to
flipper.
play.
He could have. But
That's
no.
another big bang kit.
We're going for these on the fly shots. Here he goes. Come back down. Whoa, a little dangerous, but he got it.
Rims around the scoop.
Okay, was that an
Balls
air
into
ball?
So it airballed into
Twice in a
the return
row.
lane.
Yeah.
Wow. All
And he
right.
gets into the mode, but we don't know what he started yet. Let's see.
I like this.
Whirlwind.
this double
Whirlwind.
word.
One of my
a
favorite games of all
whirlwind.
time.
So now it's going to be the right orbit, or the right ramp, right?
Yeah,
It's
this is a ramp mode.
like shots in order.
And that drains. So
That's
unfortunately,
big.
no SIM card lit. His mode ends.
You have the opportunity to pick that back up on ball too, though, right? This progress.
No, the
will kinda
mode is
save-
now over, and he needs to restart.
That is a bummer.
So the one thing about Dialed In is it's a mode-heavy game. You get your one chance at beating the mode. If you beat the mode, you will let your SIM card. If you fail to beat your mode, it will end, and you will never get to play it again.
That's so unlike so many games where if you start a mode, they're just like, thumbs up, you're good, keep going. Here's Flynn
No,
now.
I appreciate that. Like
I like it too.
Like when you drain on Sword to Rage and you are still stuck in that mode,
Until you beat it.
it can be a drag.
Oh, it's so mean.
All right, Steve Flynn walks up. No stranger to
Okay.
big moments in this league.
2 more hits to light Big Night.
And he also lit his mode. Now remember, your locks don't light until you play your first mode. You have to play your first mode before you can light your locks. And the key to this game is getting a big bang during a mode to light your SIM card and potentially collect it in the same shot. Because when you hit your big bang, it will both complete your mode and potentially ricochet into the SIM card collect.
How does one hit a big bang again?
So you have to light it first, and
There's a
then
target
that far,
in the upper left.
the far left to the middle is where your big bang lives.
Okay.
Okay. Get another hit there. You
Yeah.
can see
Oh, he's trapped.
it's kind of the rainbow target underneath that ramp.
Good save.
Okay. Yeah,
Nudges it back into the in lane without a danger. Hits the sling, does it again.
Whoa.
Back in control. And Flynn now has a clean shot at the mode start. A little bit late on the backhand, but nails it on the
Nice
fly.
shot.
And he's right into Alien Invasion, the best mode in the game. Not always good in single ball, but it's the most valuable mode in the game.
We just saw that
This
move.
is kind of like
Now you need
hitting
to
a
hit
super
one
jack
shot.
in Attack from Mars. Where
Good save. He needs to hit one shot to light them all.
Oh, that's totally where Alien Invasion comes from, isn't
And
it?
now the middle's lit.
All right, there it is.
Nice.
Nails it now. Everything's lit. And Big Bang is lit. He can complete it in one shot if he hits that Big Bang target. That would
So-
be worth over 100K.
He wants to get the flipper on the right side. The ball on the right flipper, I mean.
Okay. Let's see.
Here it is.
Good save again.
Beautiful hold.
Uh,
Oh.
Can't
And that's
keep
going to extend the time on the mode, which is valuable right now.
All
it. A
right.
really early flip, you can get it from the upper flipper.
He went for the right ramp, was a little bit early. Good save again.
Oh, that was a
Wow.
Good save.
Nice tap.
I like the flipper skills here that he's displaying.
Yeah. He's got
Here it is,
patience.
here it is.
Very nice.
Come out of the pops to the right. No, come down middle.
Good
got a
decision.
good hold.
He's
Great.
trapped. A little bit late on the Big Bang shot.
All right, it's trapped behind electric dude.
Oh, you know what? This is killing his time, but it will come out.
Okay, so is mode over? Mode's over.
Looks like it because lock is lit up here.
Unfortunately, that timed him out.
Oh, I see.
But now he can relight the next mode by shooting the moving dude again. But that's gonna.
Yeah, hit Mick on the stick.
You know what though? That Big Bang carries over. His light lock carries over. So that's actually a very good ball because he got points, progressed the game. Going into ball 2, he'll be able to quickly shoot light mode and go right into business.
Okay, sitting pretty right now. Here comes Gabe with
Gabe
his
slicked back in
luxurious
there.
hair.
Now we get another ball one. Is he gonna wipe the lock bar down?
No, he's gonna do a little stretch. A little stretch this time.
Gonna check his phone.
He's got
His apps aren't lit yet.
He's got a
His
test.
scoop is not ready.
he's like,
He's
If
aimlessly
you use
texting
your
no
phone
one.
before dialed in, do you do better? Maybe.
he's kind of got Electric Man tattoo on his right forearm.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah.
It gets a tip on that. Ball's bouncing around, doing what it's want to do. Now,
Whoa, nice catch.
oh yeah, that was real low up.
Right
All
up.
right, his mode is now lit. Sends it back up the middle.
Goes into the theater.
That's actually a squirrely feed from there.
Yeah, it's getting. I think it's worse than it was before.
It used to come to the right flipper and it's not doing it anymore.
Really wrestling for that control here.
Control. Now remember, you can change what mode you get.
Let's see what.
You can
Gabe
left
is
flip
doing.
to change your app.
It's hard to tell what he's got lit.
Well, you need to actually make the mode that you want
The one,
one to the left of what you're shooting for, because
both flippers change.
yes, both flippers shoot. Oh, and he shot
Yeah.
for it, and it rimmed out and went right down the middle.
A lot of rejects from that scoop.
Yeah, it's not a friendly one.
It's a tough shot on the left flipper and an easy shot on the right flipper, but when shooting it from the left, it rejects a lot. Dante rocking his Project Pinball shirt.
I can see. Thank you. Yeah, you can go more.
He likes the mode in one shot. Control.
cool. Tries the
A
backhand.
little bit late on the first shot of the mode.
Real
Good
nice
save with
chill.
the shot.
That
And
white
good
coat would be
post
so
transfer.
tempting to be.
He actually
There.
was able to ski past one danger on the
Just
save.
one. That's fine.
All these shots have been looking.
Nailed it.
Nice backhand.
And he chooses Alien Invasion single ball. He feeds right down the middle without a ball save, and that's a total scam. I've never seen a scam so predominant as that. That
Was
was
it scammy?
a total scam.
Yes, Red Keg. Theater of Magic is not being played right now. They're going to wait until this game's over, so we'll get to see both final matches.
That's very rare that it does that, but it can happen, and there's no ball save. He couldn't save that.
Yeah. It'd take a lot of, I don't know, big movement. And Barcade, that's not
Unfortunately,
the
it
move.
did end his mode nonetheless. So Alien Invasion is totally lost with no points, no progress, 0.
And you can't go back to that, can
No,
you?
it's over.
That's
The most
a huge
valuable
bummer.
game, most valuable mode in the game is now over. But the good news is he can go right back into his next mode. And the multi-ball is now in. Alright, so up steps Sean.
Oh, no.
okay, that's a big
Unfortunate
old-
juggle.
Going to want that one back. That's not how pinball works.
Yeah, that's just something you got to walk off.
So a very quick drain from Dante, who picked the machine, and then a very quick drain from Sean. Pretty much, again, equal standing going into the next ball.
Here comes Flynn.
If you remember, Danger is in a no-fault zone. They need to win both matches.
Yeah, they have to win this game to even continue the match.
Yep.
Usually both games would be happening simultaneously, but kind of for the betterment of our stream and for the excitement of it all, by the nature of what's happening, we're going to watch them one by one. So if Dante and Flynn can win this game, we'll continue into another. Oh, you got my trick? I got my, yeah. Lynn had a quick ball. All right, Gabe flicks back his hair again, rolls up his sleeves, looks at his skill shot, gets ready for maybe his most important punch of the evening so far.
This is good. I roll up my sleeves before a game, too. I don't know what it is. Just makes you feel
If Gabe
better.
can have a big ball, it could be huge for his team. Gabe's one of the best players in the entire city. He knows it. We know it. Let's
Yeah.
see if he can come up
Thank
bigger.
you.
This dude organized the harvest at Gebhard's this past, fall?
Highly recommend it. Degenerates especially.
Gabe is also the winner of the world's largest stall ball competition.
Really?
That Pin Dalton. And I think he won at Solid State the other night too.
maybe.
Who's the post transfer, which is interesting. Because I would have thought he's going to go right for that mode right now. It
Oh,
falls
there you
in.
go. Kick
He starts
back.
Alien Invasion of his
That's
own.
a big one. That's
He
a big
wanted
one.
something else though, but he's disappointed, but he can still cash it in. He needs to shoot the strobing shot first. Now it's lit up the middle in half a second.
You can wait.
Chooses the post transfer. I don't know why.
It'll move to the theater.
Oh,
Now it's going to
now
move
it's
to the
getting the
right
right ramp. Hits it
Yeah.
on the right ramp. Now everything's lit. His big bang is not lit though. He needs his big bang.
Nice.
Shoots
Good
the
sling
ramp
juggling.
successfully.
A lot of subtle nudges there during Sling Town.
Good nudge.
He's doing great.
Gets more
Nice
time.
shot.
Good save.
Oh,
fighting.
wow. I don't know how he got that right flipper down.
Good save.
Nice.
And it drained.
Wow. A lot of great juggling there, though. Man. Again, that aggressive play style is really something you need in these finals.
So now Dante has multi-ball lit. If he locks the ball, he can cancel it. And now he lit his mode anyway. He chose to light his mode on the plunge. I like
A
that.
little
actually.
tippy tappy.
So he's gonna try to lock the ball, cancel, and then start
Oh,
the
boy.
mode.
Whoa, one morning. Oh.
No, he's gonna try to light
That
the
was
mode
a wild
first. He's gonna go the more adventurous path. No, he changes his strategy. Now he's locked it. He's gonna cancel.
Okay.
By double flipping, he's gonna cancel and try to start the mode first, which he does. Oh, I will change what I said. He did not cancel, so now he cannot stack. The only thing he can do is play mode without multi-ball without mode. A little bit shocked by that decision, because it's usually not equitable to play it this way.
Nice bounce though off the flip.
Drop catch on the
Yeah.
left.
Reflex is doing excellent.
Four hands early. See what happens now. Earlier. Okay, how about we backhand it? Way late.
That is the idea though.
Okay.
Okay, catch. Give it a second. Boom.
All right, so now he's in
Yeah.
multi-ball without a mode running. There's not much value here, but what he can do is light his big bang, hit his big bang, and collect all of the jackpots. There's no mode to collect the SIM card for, so really this is just going to be a little bit of attrition here.
And
There's
an
an add-a-ball in
open,
the
an
group.
open big bang is 50,000, is that right?
Yeah, 50,000 plus all the other shots in the playfield.
Right.
Okay.
He might just use it to get his add-a-ball and set up everything for the next mode.
A lot of control on this multi-ball, which is really good. Nice cradle
Very good
separation
track.
here.
And like Pat Lawler games, you're shooting ramps.
That side wrap is screaming for it.
Okay, so he's starting to get,
Right
or
up.
he was starting
Oh.
to get some,
All right, that ends his
Attack.
multi-ball, but now he's got the mode lit. Good control, good control.
Good call with the backhand. Oh,
way early.
That's
all
kind
right.
of like the flipper malfunctioned a bit.
Yeah, these
Shoots the right ramp for the lock light. He needs the left ramp to light the next lock.
these are
Good save, good save. Shoots it up the middle for the mystery.
that was weird. It looked like it rejected.
You know,
but
I
lights
think
off.
the scoop is like a little to the left of where it looks like it is. From our
Kickback
point of view.
lit on the left, but he's struggling to hit his shots here. There we go.
There we go.
All right,
Big
so
Bang
mode is
lit.
with Big Bang lit. So this is a meteor storm. You have to shoot the stand-up targets, but you want to shoot the Big Bang to avoid the stand-up targets here. And let's see if he goes for it.
He's going to
He's
go
going for the light.
Whoa.
He's going for the lock.
Tippy tappy.
Goes fast to the right.
There it is.
Yeah.
Didn't hit.
Oh, no.
Just late. Just late.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
A little bit early that time.
rattled off the left green.
He hits it there. There's the
There
Big
we
Bang.
go.
Completes the mode. Lights the SIM card and clean. But the SIM card carries over to ball 3, and he does take the lead on his opponent there.
Nice work, Dante.
Okay. The crowd is electric.
If
was gonna say,
needed,
I
he's
never
got
know
the
who's
SIM card
yelling.
lit. If needed.
Yeah, yeah.
We've got a lot of other New York pinballers rolling in, just to chill up, see what's going on.
Here's a
State
huge
champion.
element of team lead. I wanna make reference to what's happening right now. Right now, Gabe and Sean are discussing their options. And as a longtime captain and strategist in the league, I want to say how important it is to talk to your teammates. It is so imperatively important to talk to your teammates
It's a team
throughout
sport.
the entire match.
Yeah,
It is so important.
yeah.
Yeah, even if you don't agree as to what road you're going to take,
Talking is important.
yeah, you
Right.
talk.
You get some
you-
options.
You take your time, listen to each other. I know with Ted taught me a lot playing in league, where if Ted stood behind me and told me what to shoot, I would just do it.
One of my
Yeah, yeah.
one of my favorite memories is Arthur winning a huge match on NBA Fast Break and getting the high score in league with me telling him what to do the entire time and him just executing it. It was so
Arthur's
fun.
a champ at that. He just telegraphed it.
Oh, and there's Sean's ball.
Okay.
All right.
84,000 and change.
John's going to end up under 100.
I'll say Benjamin and Zen have been those guys for me. where if I need advice on what to do on a game, they're usually the ones I go to first. They know so much about all different stuff.
All right, so Sean ends at 89,000, and up steps Gabe, sitting at 83.
83, okay.
Right now,
These numbers are so tiny.
oh no, sorry. This is Blaine. Is what I meant to say.
Yep.
Blaine and Dante combined for 285 going into their ball threes. So Flynn has multi-ball ready, and he cannot get a mode now because of the way that the sequence works. He can only get multi-ball, so he might as well start it. Going for it.
Okay, plan. Put it in there.
It's stuck behind the guy. Okay.
Ducky again.
Yeah, it'll go into ball save. It'll roll off when it hits the
Move, little guy. Move. That's
The right
nice about that
flipper.
feed. It doesn't really go down the middle. It kind of takes
Okay.
it to the left. We've seen that twice.
Great shot. Into
Nice.
multi-ball. So the best thing that you can do in this multi-ball, when only thing you have running is multi-ball, is just kind of ramp out and shoot the shape shots. Shoot it back up the middle on defense. Like kinda,
big bang too.
yeah, the big bang actually might be worth it to shoot just for the 50K.
Yeah, any point
At this point.
right now. Next one.
He's right out of it, and he's into mode now.
Late
So
kick
now
back
I would
out.
start a mode and then shoot big bang.
Okay, very nice chill right to left there.
There's one.
Mode is
lit.
ready.
Start the mode, hit the big bang, and your money.
Taking a pot shot at the left ramp there.
And up.
A little bit late.
Try again.
Oh, boy.
Come on.
Oh! Danger save from Steve Flynn.
That was awesome.
Amazing.
All right. Try again.
Keeping it alive. Wow.
Come on, Flynn.
Great move. In control.
And up. Oh, okay.
Just barely missed.
Interesting.
Nails this, so now the lock is lit.
Up.
And into the mode
Yay.
start. And we've got eruption. And can Steve Flynn erupt with a big bang right now on the return? We want to see him erupt.
Oh, no.
Again, a scam, a total
Did not
scam.
That
erupt.
was a scam.
Wow.
I wouldn't say anything else is a scam, but that was it. Right down the fucking middle.
I will say, at no fault of both Dante and Steve Flynn, when you drain from the feed, it's
Drain from the feed's no fun. No one likes that. All right, I can't see the scores from here.
Okay,
Where
so
are we?
player
Okay.
1 is, 69? Nice.
Alright, they have
Player
to catch,
2,
they have to
106.
catch, they have to catch 362 plus one ball, and they've currently got 160. So to get started, they need at least 250,000.
All right. See if Gabe can make Dante flip.
Nice dead bounce.
All right, danger zone there.
We're gonna go into Theater of Magic. Danger has won the first of two necessary games.
Oh, this is exciting.
Now the pressure is on. Officially, Theater of Magic decides the champion of Pinball New York City Tuesday Team League. The winner of this game of Theater of Magic is our champion. We've got Kate and Jay against George and Ian. Our rig is going to move. We want all of you at home to move your finger to go follow New York City Pinball on Twitch. Support Matt Grady and all that he's doing for this fine hobby in the best city in the entire world.
So we are currently tied 7-7.
It's 7-7. This is the game
Wow.
that decides it all.
Yeah.
There only can be one champion, and Theater of Magic will decide it.
There's unfortunately no pinball after this. No possibility of a tiebreaker. This is truly at the end of the season. And then we go into summer leagues.
It's just how numbers work, people.
And while you are correct that this one game decides it all, maybe we can get Grady to stream a stall ball.
Oh yeah, I think with all the New Yorkers who have just shown up, Courtney, Eric's here,
A lot of folks. At least 20, 30 pinballers from the city scene.
Alex and Barb are here. Carlson show. Oh wait.
I was going to say, he's very much in Japan.
All right, so if you're just tuning in, this is the grand finale, which is actually a part of this game. Will the players get to the grand finale? We don't know, but
the grand finale awaits.
on Theater of Magic, you're going to see players go for the right ramp, presumably starting levitating woman, which is worth the points on the right ramp to light their multi-ball locks.
Maybe there are multiple women. Yeah.
And then
We only see one.
after multi-ball jackpots, you'll presumably shoot the left orbit for go for bonus X and theater awards. So there's a lot of points to be had in Theater of Magic. We're going to probably see a high-scoring game here.
Oh wait, let's see. Hotbox showed up with a new haircut.
Oh, David Pollock's here?
Yeah.
I had a hard time even finding him with the new haircut. Looks good.
The key to a big game on Theater of Magic, especially this one, is being able to live catch the feed on the right side. When you shoot the left and it comes back down on the right side, if you can catch the ball safely, that will determine your level of success because you will have a lot more opportunity to safely score points.
Hey, straight from the horse's mouth. You heard it. Okay, so Greg, let's say Monica's your partner and you're in this situation. You're having a little powwow. What's the first thing you want to do?
I'm saying on ball one, left flip until you're on levitating woman, plunge when it says start illusion, shoot the center, and then ramp out, light your locks, lock your balls, start multi-ball, collect the first jackpot, whether it be the 100 million or otherwise, and then go left orbit all day to get as many bonus multipliers as you can. And then continue to get bonus multipliers for the rest of the ball. Then do the same thing on ball 2 or ball 3. Again, using the same strategy to go center ramp, locks, multi-ball, and then bonus X. You don't traditionally want to get 2 multi-balls on the first ball unless you haven't yet gotten 8X. If you already have 8X, you want to save your second multi-ball for a later ball to increase your odds of getting 8X on a second ball. So I would stagger my multi-balls to try to get 8X on more than one ball, because 8X is pretty much the quintessential way to win on Theater of Magic.
All right. Cool. Go. It's basically like playing 8-ball deluxe.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, just put it up the left.
That's it. I mean, and it also it's like 8-ball deluxe, I think, with multi-ball and mode. We know that. And then after, you go for your bonus with that shot up to the left. So, nice combination of modern with a little bit of classic.
And great art, great animation,
Yeah. Oh.
a cool toy.
Now, one thing I wanted to add to that is, even if you don't collect your second multi-ball on the same ball that you already have 8X, you can certainly set up your second multi-ball on the same ball and leave it as a thing to do later.
Yeah, and if you ever get in that rhythm of just comboing the magic ramp up the middle ramp,
Yeah.
So I like this.
that can be super fun.
Ian is one of the strongest players in the whole city, and I think he's coming out swinging as player one because he just wants to say,
Like, look at
Catch me
what
if
I
you can.
did. Look what I did.
yeah, I like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, again, winner of the Quit Talking, Start Chalking just a couple weeks ago.
He actually missed his skill shot and is not in a mode.
Oh,
That's
boy.
gonna come back. That's gonna come back.
No, I don't think so.
Oh no!
Unfortunate.
Two bricks on the center ramp, and that's it. Got away with one.
That was very fast though. That was very fast.
It was-
Yeah. That's pinball.
Yeah, don't miss.
Too good. Right, Jay.
But that's no big deal. Even at the whatever level of pinball you play, from
You're only bound to have one or two good balls.
you're gonna get it jammed down the middle sooner or later.
Yeah,
Usually sooner.
setting expectations is important. All right, Jay's loading up some sweet, sweet tunes. I can only presume with these earbuds in.
Right, Jay.
Jay steps up. He misses Levitating Woman also. These are okay though because you can get it on ball 2. But right back to the strategy. You want to go right back to the center ramp. You want to go right back to the strategy and shoot as if you had Levitating Woman anyway. You just want to go for multi-ball.
Yep.
All right, sends it back up top. Let's see if he's got the live catch.
He's looking very calm.
Great live catch.
Cool as a cucumber. These
Right
combos
back
are
up
so
top.
good too.
Yeah,
It's so
hits it too
satisfying.
perfect. Misses the rollover. This one will count.
Here's your 2X.
Live catch
He's got
Nice,
it down
Beautiful.
and orbit.
Boom.
and nails it.
Nice.
Too good.
Spell it. Spell it.
Too good.
So yeah, what Wes is pointing out is this is one of the only shots in all of pinball that you want to hit less is more.
You don't want
You don't want to nail it.
Yeah.
You want to just kind of hit it. But now he's got 4X.
Oh,
Yeah.
wasn't it dead?
Great
Interesting.
start for Jay.
I would have done it. Let's see.
Good read.
Jay's he's so chill right now.
Oh,
With 4X, he has a small advantage on player 1. 24 million bonus.
75 mil.
see.
Not bad start.
Let's see if player 3 can get the most started with the skill shot. You really want to dial this down to really simple. Left flipper, you only want to shoot the center ramp or the jackpot when it's lit. Right flipper, you only want to shoot the left orbit. You don't want to get cute. You don't want to vary from that strategy. The more you vary from that strategy, the larger the likelihood is that you mess up.
What's the little crate basement mystery thing that pops up?
Oh, yeah, the little crate, right?
I
Yeah.
ignore that entirely.
Really? That's so
So
much fun. to
usually
do.
I do, but
There's illusion
I started playing it.
right into the first levitating
Nice.
woman. Nails it for the second one. A little bit
George
late
is
for the
working
third, but
here.
right into
Two more
control.
letters until lock.
A little bit late again, but back into control. All
Nice
right.
juggle.
That's not. Ooh, there's a little dig.
Almost hits the right
fading back
ramp.
down. That's fine.
Okay. Slowing it down, George. Slow it down.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
good,
Still in
good.
levitating woman. But we have flipper error. Flipper error.
Oh, man.
All right, but got points on the board.
Look at these scores. This
Yeah,
is insane.
it is still anybody's game, truly.
Here comes Kate Martin.
Kate Money Martin, as they coined her in disc when she won second place.
Kate the Snake Martin. Stepping up.
Illusion.
Nailed it for
There it
levitating
is.
woman. Good
And it's
decision
on the
to
left
bounce pass.
flipper. There's
Initially
one.
hits the first shot.
There's two.
Immediately hits the second shot.
There's
She's in
three.
the flow. Hits
Boom,
3 in a
boom,
row.
boom.
Booms
Four.
it 4 in a row. Now the locks are lit with this shot. Amazing point value so far. Points per minute.
Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it.
All right, a little spirit ring action.
And nice shot from Kate.
Hey,
Misses the lock for 20
mil.
million. This is a quintessential start to the ball. Super clutch from Kate Martin.
Plunge.
Right
left
into it.
overhead.
A little bit
Catch.
early.
Oh,
Good
nice
feed
dead.
from the response. Nails
Yeah.
it. Multi-ball is lit. This is a perfect ball so far from Kate. And she's setting the table to win the
And
championship.
here we
right
go.
on court.
Yeah, multi-ball.
Nails it for the multi-ball start.
Multi-ball. Let's go.
That was a lot that has been done in 90 seconds.
Yeah, that's
She
great.
just accomplished a lot in 90
All right,
seconds.
so the
Yeah.
ball's going to kick out on the right here.
In
If you
control,
get a
100
quick-
million is lit.
Ooh, there's the crate. There's the crate.
Doesn't go for the 100. Stays in control.
She's going with control. Nothing wrong with
Back
that.
up top, that's for bonus X.
Yeah, just hang on to those two on the left.
Come on, come on.
Let's see how she results.
Down
Good
and
catch.
oh.
All
That
right,
was a good idea.
cradle separation.
She breaks the cradle and she hits the 50 million
Nice,
jackpot.
beautiful.
That was great sequence.
It was, yeah.
All right, that ends multi-ball.
No problem.
Nice juggle, nice
do that again.
dance. The flipper skills. Oh, chef's kiss.
All right, back into control. She's going back for multi-ball. She backhands it successfully. Nails it on the
Nice,
fly
nice,
for the
nice,
second
nice,
one.
nice.
Hey.
She needs 5 this time. She's 3 out of
Nice no
5.
shot. Oh my, I jinxed it. Okay, come on, come on, come on.
That was a cute little tip.
Good control.
Here comes an
She needs
I.
2 more. There's 1.
Middle.
Here comes a C.
There's 2. Locks are relit.
And
Boom.
Nails it,
Okay,
20
nice,
Another
nice,
20.
nice.
Now she can shoot the captain ball for Vanish. She just barely misses it. There's the lock on the ricochet.
We take those, as they say.
Multi-ball 2 is now
Very
ready.
unusual. Way to-
Boom!
Anyone
Right into
says
multi-ball
that you
2.
can't backhand the lock, don't let them tell you that.
Now you have a quick chance at 100 million, basically super jackpot on the hurry up.
Yep.
Let's see if she chooses to shoot on the fly again, or if she'll trap. All right, last chance. Doesn't get it.
Yeah, I think she was shooting at it, but the other ball got in the way.
Yeah.
There's 1 down. There's 2 down.
Oh,
Missed the
but-
jackpot.
She gets it anyway.
50 million
Excellent.
more. All right, so she's got 2 jackpots. Her multi-balls are
Slipper
essentially
skills.
over because
But
now you
here's
need the far right ramp for
here's a
a lob.
multiplier. That 2x.
Now she's left orbit all day.
Yeah, those. If you don't get that live catch right, it's popping off.
Good
of that
decision.
swing.
Kate's playing really clutch right now.
Nice,
Good
nice,
decision.
Nice, nice. And
Nails it.
ooh,
Nails it too well.
give me an A.
Nails it too well.
Give me what's next? Oh God, T.
Good control.
Give me
Great
a T.
accuracy. Back up top. The theater values increased to almost 54 million. And drains
I
with
think
an
she was
incredible
doing
ball
that
one.
round.
Beautiful,
413
beautiful.
million before what's going to be 100 million bonus.
Kate Money Martin.
45 million. Half of the distance to the goal. 46 million.
Close to half a billion.
160 million.
Wow,
Great ball one.
that is more than all these scores combined. That is great.
Here comes Ian. He knows what he needs to do. He's going to try to get levitating women. He now collects it. Good trap.
Nice live
There we
catch.
Nailed
go.
it.
Around
There's
one.
one.
And bricked it out.
Jeez.
That's brutal.
Tough break.
Yeah, Ian's having a hard time this game.
Ian's not going to be feeling too great, but
The good news is for him on ball 3, he still has both of his multi-balls completely accessible to him.
Right, so he could really.
Even
wrap
though
on
it's been a
that.
tough start, all the points are still on the board there.
yeah, this isn't a game where you get like locked out in.
You can't discount the fact that it could be a big one-ball game. Here comes Jay. Needs to support Kate's score.
So come back. Jay is in levitating moment. You just start getting that center ramp going. Let the ball do what it wants.
Good
and then
bounce.
Plug it.
Oh,
Oh
feet.
no.
All right, good catch.
Survives a reject.
Nails it.
Here we go.
Nice.
1.
Nails
Two.
it. I like the decision.
Locked
Locks are lit. Nails the lock.
Nice.
already. How much is that worth?
20 million. Nothing to
There we go.
sneeze at, Wes. Nothing to sneeze at.
I sneeze at things all the time, but
Sometimes I sneeze 7 or 8 times in a row. It's weird. Locks the second ball.
I'm a double sneezer.
If you're gonna sneeze, at least aim at something.
Multi-ball's now lit.
Don't actually
Nails
do
it.
that.
I go into the shirt.
I go into the elbow.
Will we see a bounce over for the 100 million jackpot?
Yeah, why not?
I hope so.
I hope someone gets one.
Come on, Jay, we're sending you these vibes. Pick it up. Let's see.
Who
All right,
needs to
hits
go
it
for
on
the
the
live
fly.
catch? Breaks
Hits
it.
the inner orbit.
No 100 million. Breaks the trap and loses the ball. No jackpot yet. Rattles around.
We got one trap
Nice.
on the left.
Ooh,
boot.
to get
Ooh,
control.
that didn't roll off the foot.
Chooses to shoot it. 50 million jackpot.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Now, can he go back up top for the bonus egg? That ends the
Oh.
multi-ball.
Okay, okay.
With the left trap, you're thinking going right back for the next multi-ball, which he's doing. Nails 2 in a row. A little bit late on the third, and ends the
Oh,
ball.
bad feed. All right, nice job, Jay. Got the jack. And now George is coming up.
And George has a huge moment here. If he wants to keep his team competitive, he has to step up and get some big bonus and get some jackpots.
Yeah,
But if he can deliver the first 8x of the game, he can bring his team right back into the lead.
Yeah,
we haven't seen the 8x yet.
Danger's kind of pulling away, but
Right.
No, it's not a safe lead.
George isn't going to be bothered by that.
George has initials on the bar grade Harry
Yeah,
Jones across the board. This dude
Go
knows
for
what
it.
he's doing.
Go for
Here
it.
we go.
Also known as
Little
Boris.
early.
You can see on his shirt. That's
really
Boris' initials. Nice cat. Oh,
Good
the dead
decision.
bounce. Perfect.
Okay.
Love it. Lights the lock,
Nice.
hits the lock. Boom, 20 million points for George.
It's one of the best feelings. Like this game in particular, like ramp, lock.
Yeah. You got a flow on it. It's just, heartwarming. Here we go.
A little bit late. Advances the clock.
There we
Nails
go.
the
Get a
shot.
lock. Nice.
Multi-ball's
Good
ready.
speed return.
Take that step
Good,
back. Yep.
good
Take a breather.
accuracy.
All that timing.
Multi-ball's
Yep.
late.
Uses his thing. Okay, good.
Here it comes.
Nails it.
Hey, right on.
That tiger.
It's a nice
It
tiger.
looks like a cute tiger.
It probably wouldn't bite. We would
No, I don't
probably
think
let
so.
us get it.
Here we go.
All right, come on, George.
Doesn't get the 100 million.
Guys are shooting on the fly. There it is.
Nice job.
55.
It's just a 50.
Okay.
I would love to see a double trap and go for bonus X.
All right, this one
At
ball.
this point, the
up and
jackpots are not material.
Up and
you
over.
want
so-
8X. You want 8X.
Yeah,
Okay, but that's fine. He saves the up and over, and he's still
Bill
going.
has a ball.
All right, up top.
We're up with our letters now.
Nails it.
Getting combo points here.
And now he needs his second multi-ball. Goes for it. That's 1 out of 5.
One.
Yeah.
A little bit limp that
Oh.
time.
Good.
Again, a little bit limp. That's going to end the ball.
All right. Nice ball, George.
Ball drainers ends with 260 after 2 balls. Danger has a little bit over 750 after, no, 740 after 2 balls.
Yeah,
Kate's
got,
gonna try to
they've got
pad the
about
lead.
a 500 lead.
Kate's going to try to pad the lead right here.
So what does Kate do right now?
Going right into an illusion when she starts. 2X bonus, actually.
That's you always take the X if you can,
But
right?
she's used both multi-balls, so she's just going to try to go for bonus and theater
Right
award.
here. Spell it.
So Vanish
Spell
is
it.
Vanish is lit.
Spell it.
Nails it.
Yeah.
40 million. 40 million plus the theater award is now lit. It's running for the hurry up. Plunges it for the theater hurry up. Nails it on the fly.
Oh.
Booms it for 54 million.
Oh.
Tells me
Great
Kate wants to
nudge.
win this. So, Orbits
She's
are
got
ready.
straight jacket lit.
Oh, but that was a good idea with the dead bounce.
Great ball by Kate. Even though it was a short ball, she got a lot of points per minute. She
Yeah,
got good value.
yeah. Points per minute. Big there.
It is. That bonus is pretty big too. What,
And now we're
56?
sitting at
900.
we're sitting at 280 compared to
About 900.
900.
Yeah. Wow.
But Ian
Ian hasn't done his
Ian's
magic
dangerous.
stuff yet.
and George can do it here on ball 3.
I believe.
They can very much come up big, get both multi-balls, get the 8X bonus. We haven't seen the 8X bonus yet.
Right.
It's
There's
totally-
a lot of potential on the
But
table.
both of these guys they're kind of quiet, but like,
No,
they're scary.
Ian is
Oh,
an
yeah.
explosive player.
yeah. Yeah. Ball's alive. Ball save is off.
And the
Lock
thing.
the lit, nails the
Okay,
lock.
nice. Lock.
Now, the one thing we haven't seen so far in a multi-ball is we haven't seen someone master the multi-ball by getting the jackpot. Almost barely
Oh,
gets the lock.
rejection feed. That's tough.
Good feed,
But
good-
good
all right.
save.
Live catch.
Good
Hits
call.
the
Good
ramp.
call. And lock.
There's the
Nice.
lock. We haven't seen someone master the multi-ball, which is get the jackpot, then get 8X, then go for more jackpots. That's a quintessential strategy on theater. If Ian can do that, he can easily shift the entire momentum.
Hey, Ian.
Starts his
Yeah,
multi-ball.
it's all wide open. Like,
Good
dangerous.
bounce over. I like the decision. Nails the 100 million.
There it is, 100.
It's 100 million.
Come on,
One
Ian.
ball's down. Can he gain control?
Oh, into the
They
crate
still
too.
got
Nice.
three. Now there's
Okay, there's 2. Just grab that other one. Nice.
Relapse
Okay.
jackpot.
Jack is lit.
Jack.
Nails it.
Oh.
60 million more. Now we want to see him go back up top. Can he do it? Good control.
Oh.
There's a multi-ball.
All right,
Out of
all right.
multi-ball.
He's got
No-
another
Still
multi-ball
rolling.
ready.
No big deal.
Just
He's got to
yeah.
just wrap out 5 more times.
This is what you do. Trap up. Take a breath. figure out what you're gonna do.
Nails one on the back end.
Damn.
A little bit late. Good control.
Oh, whoa, whoa.
Oh, no.
Too much control.
All right, back end on the fly.
Hey,
Cool.
There's
Timmy's
three.
happy. See,
Rickon.
Oh, it's going to end his ball. Not enough.
nice job, Ian.
Good ball. Good job. Good season.
Grand finale awaits. People in.
All right, here comes Jay. Ball three, player two.
Anyone in chat? Who are you rooting for?
All right, Jay steps up. He's got to support Kate's lead here. This is a very, very big ball. He can help close out the win here. He's got one more letter for theater.
Ooh, through the gate. Okay.
Oh, we got some
We
weird
got
graphics.
All right, back in control.
Everybody loves a little rainbow.
Take a breath.
Nice tap.
Good control. Will he post transfer?
Center
No, it
ramp.
goes from the ramp. I like it.
Center ramp. Now we're at I.
I.
Good save.
Needs a C.
And C. Backhand, maybe? You can't really.
Nails
backhand
it back up top.
Very
Now
nice.
theater magic is going. Good control. A little bit late.
Oh, down the center.
Good game from
That
Jay.
ends it for Jay.
Good work, Jay.
So now player one and player two are pretty much equal. So what that means for player three is
This is George's big opportunity.
so what this really means is player three has to surpass player four by enough to make her play
By 3
and
million.
fail.
Right. So
I would say he probably needs at least 900 million to make it competitive. But
Yeah.
anything less than that is good.
If
But he
George
can do it.
doesn't end with $1 billion,
Starts
that's
with
a
skill
scary
shot illusion. He needs
Safe
his next
escape.
multi-ball.
Safe escape school.
But right now,
you wanna
ignore
get
the
your magic
illusions.
letter
Ignore the
first,
illusions.
you
right?
think so? Okay.
Ignore the illusions. Just go for multi-ball.
Okay, there's an A. Okay, that was way late. And ooh,
Nice tip. Good.
Smart decision.
G. There's an.
All right, that's another illusion shot.
It's gone.
And that's going to end it.
And that does it, folks.
Great battle. Danger
Danger,
is our
Danger,
champion.
Congratulations, Danger Danger.
Well played. Incredible clutch finish to win both doubles.
Congratulations to both teams, to everyone else in the
Ball
Everybody
Dangers
did
and Danger
excellent.
Dangers both played incredible seasons.
both teams that are always at the top of the pile.
Thank you for tuning in. We will see you soon. Make sure to support and follow and like New York City Pinball on Twitch. And come on out to Thursday, Solid State, for the award ceremony, where all of our champions will be crowned
That's
officially.
right. End of Switch, aka end of season party.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
And stick around. Maybe we'll have some after hours pinball. Maybe we'll do some stall ball.
Stall ball, right? Yeah. Yeah. Should be good.
Let us know what you liked, what you don't like, what you want to see. Thanks to everyone out there.
Thanks, folks.
I'm going to rewatch that when I get home.
Here's one for you guys.
Yeah.
Good times. You ordered 12 shots?
Just for you?
Kate's going to take a victory lap because she earned it.
Really always appreciate the work you do. In that area.
Yeah, no, that was great. Couldn't ask for a better match.
That was a great
Final.
finish.
It was a great final, so I'd say.
So an interesting choice to drain the ball. She walks away.
It's about to tell her to stop playing.
Yeah.
Because you get slam tilt or get slam tilted.
Meant everything I said.
Yeah, sick. Thanks for commentating. It's a good crew to get 3 people on too.
Yeah.
Like, that's ideal. Yeah, you asked if you can jump in. I was like, yeah, go ahead. It'll be better with 3.
When Mike picks up, it's good.
Yeah.
A lot of people use headsets, but if you don't need it, then why?
Yeah, eventually maybe I'll get them. I guess it's
As
like
long as it
nice.
picks it up.
Yeah, and I guess it's easier for people to hear each other.
Yeah, but it's not a problem this close up.
Right, yeah, if you're sitting right next to each other.